Welcome to Treacherous Path. You've stumbled onto Granddaddy Sam's YouTube channel. If you've never been here before, you're probably going to want to leave. On this channel, we try to get as close to the truth as humanly possible. And it seems like every day I progress a little bit closer towards the truth. It truly is true that if you seek truth, you will find it. In the Bible, one of the most known and referenced phrases is if your eye offends you, you should pluck it out. If your right arm offends you, you should cut it off. If your right arm causes you to sin, you should cut it off. For a long time, I took this literally because I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not a smart man. But an unsmart man who's had the roughest and worst and hardest life can grow to be wise. I finally have learned this lesson. It doesn't literally mean your body parts. What it means is if your right arm offends you or causes you to sin, your right arm would be like your best friend or your mother or your sister or your brother. Your right arm or your eye would be something that is impossible to get rid of, but God commands us to cut them off and pluck them out. I finally understand this. It's about all the things that are causing you to sin. You must get rid of those. Now, when I had this revelation, I also had another one. I've done most of this. I am very close to sin-free. I still have some sins that I'm caught up in. And they're lifelong sins that I learned a long time ago. But I do believe that this life is about facing your demons, discovering the truth, and then acting accordingly. I believe if you get this right, you won't be back here. But I believe that if you get this wrong, well, until the very end, which may be now, that you're going to go to hell. You have chances all the way up to that point, and then it's over. I think we're sent back here over and over and over as we get it wrong. Some get it a whole lot more wrong than others. And I believe that when you're done, when you've learned the truth and when you understand what you're supposed to do, and I don't know how I know this, but I just believe this. I believe that we are being conditioned to go somewhere and act out all these truths that we have found on others that don't know them yet. I just feel that because it's happening to us. So it feels like a journey. One that you have to discover the truth. And it's hard to find the truth on purpose. Almost like the ultimate game. And if you do it right, in the end, you win everything. But if you do it wrong all the way to the end, then you lose everything. You're turned back into flesh and burned for eternity. That's what it says. You're turned back into flesh so that you can feel it. And then you burned for eternity. My worst fear right now, as I've gotten older, is fire. The thought of burning to death is probably the most egregious thing I can possibly imagine happening to my skin or flesh. I'd almost rather have anything but that. So I don't know about you, but that's enough for me to find God. And I suggest you do the same. Treacherous Path out.